It is as beautiful as it is hostile, let me tell you. Holy manoli, guys. Wow. I'm so cold. I'm coming to now. Come on. Come on. Any doubt about the water temperature? This is so cool to be out here alone like this.
Hi, I'm Ese, and if you can't already tell, I'm a little on edge. I'm heading further south than I've ever been, into one of the windiest, most unforgiving places on Earth. And I'm going alone. Somewhere out there is a remote glacial lake, a place very few people have ever reached. And for some reason, I can't stop thinking about it. But it's not the destination that's on my mind right now. It's everything it's going to take to get there. The wind, the unknown, the margin for error. I want to make it in, and I want to make it back out.
Alright guys, it's been a super long day and I'm absolutely exhausted. To be honest, I'm feeling pretty overwhelmed on this adventure, guys. I'm not really sure what it is. My gut is all over the place. I don't know if it's generally trying to tell me something important or if I'm just overwhelmed and tired and I can't trust my brain right now, you know? I'm gonna get to sleep. Good night and see you tomorrow. Alright guys, just back at the room and doing a little bit of last minute re-strategizing with the gear. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut on some of the food. I'm gonna try and do this in 3 nights instead of 4 nights, and that way I can move faster. Me and you, let's get to this glacier and let's get back safely as well. Finally here, finally floating and getting the adventure underway. That's a nice feeling. So much beauty around, but so much intimidation as well. Really want to make good decisions on this trip. Enjoy it, but be responsible at the same time. And let's take this all in, guys, because this is a damn special place to be in. Absolutely beautiful. Got the Torres del Paine mountains to my right. Wow, absolutely breathtaking.
it's the morning and the wind's already here. I think indicative of the rest of the trip. I have to pay attention as I have a few kilometers to what is a waterfall. Well, it's unusually calm right now, and gotta take advantage of these spells to travel as much as possible. This is a pretty wind exposed river, and by Patagonian standards this is a gift. It's not unusual to have winds over 100 miles per hour here, 160 kilometers an hour. Pretty dangerous place to be. Actually, last year alone, multiple hikers died hiking a few kilometers away from here. They got caught in a storm, in a windstorm, and unfortunately perished. So needless to say, this is a place that requires a lot of respect. Hear that? That's the waterfall, that's it, Salto. Well, I gotta catch an eddy here, otherwise I'll be swept into the waterfalls. So simple maneuver, but consequences of getting it wrong are pretty severe, so still scares you. Okay. That is nasty right there. Absolute trouble guaranteed if you go down that, especially with this wind. Losing control, it's gonna end up badly. And over there's some recirculating water, very easy to get caught in that and very difficult to come out. Well, pretty short portage, so I'm gonna try and avoid having to deflate the raft and take all my camping stuff out of the boat if I can do it. It's gonna save me a ton of time. Yes, sir. Just trying to find these off channels and get out of the main river and off the wind. Make some more progress. Out there in the main river, once the wind hits across the big expanse of land, it's very difficult to make any progress despite the current being quite strong. Well, I've come to this spot where the river on the satellite images showed a little branch off, and I really wanted to take that, but being in the low flow season now, this Over here it's starting to dry up more, but I'd much rather drag the pack raft than go straight upwind on this very exposed section. This could take me a long time and kill my energy, so if I got to drag, I will. Might even be paddleable. I'll try. I think I'll just line it. To make things slightly harder, the water's run out now too, so I can't really line. Not sure, maybe I should have stayed on the river and tried to paddle against the wind. It might have been easier, but well, it's dried up on me again. This is taking forever, man. I'm losing the whole day doing this. Today is supposed to be one of the lightest wind days of the trip, so you can imagine what the other ones could be. And there are sections here that are very open, very exposed, and you gotta treat them like lakes, you know, because you can get stuck. I'm cutting my loss and going back to the river. Hiking in this dry suit, so sweaty, man. Not the best experience. So freaking windy. Gonna try and hug river right and not put myself in a very exposed wind position. I'll just run aground here, but I want to stay river right and shelters from the wind, so it's a good trade-off. So far so good. I don't mind walking it out a bit like this, and in order to avoid that whole open expanse, a little bit of walking and stay on the upwind side of the river. Well, I haven't seen anybody since the start of the day, and I don't think I'm gonna see anybody. I'm just getting more and more remote. So a couple of cows, that's my company out here. I like it that way, it's okay. Hey cows! They don't want to be my friend. Oh boy. Going backwards here. Not a good trade. Well, it's stupidly windy right now, and there's a section I need to do that is right into the wind. Don't know how to make it up that way, guys. In In this wind, not in a million years can I make any progress. Wow. I need to go hug this shore and cross that bit and hug that side if I have any chance to make it that way. About 4:30 p.m. and still a long way to go. Right, made it to the other side, but pretty intimidating here as no way to get out of the river on this side. Alright guys, I'm about 500 meters away from the mouth of the Tyndall River, and that will be the start of my hiking part. I want to start hiking today and make it to a point that is strategic, so it gives me a good chance to get to the lake hopefully tomorrow. Yes, getting here is a good accomplishment for the trip, and let's get a few kilometers in today and find a nice campsite for the night. Let's do it. Wow, look at that glacier coming down the mountain right onto the river. Spectacular. Look at the clarity of the water here from the tidal river, which is coming from glacier melt. Absolutely crystal clear. I have no doubt about this water's purity, and I'll be drinking neat for the next few days. No stress whatsoever from this water. Hell yeah. Do not break your paddle because there are no spares here. Everything is very important here. Every item must be looked after. Oh, and if you're wondering about the color of my shoes, unfortunately they didn't have any more black ones left, so had to go with this crazy one. This is all the kit that I have, and we need to pack everything efficiently into the backpack. That's a good looking backpack. Back raft, paddles, camp shoes, Crocs, paddles in between, the life jacket, helmet, tent poles on the side. It's only 55 liters, but I find anything bigger just gets you to overpack, you know? Alright, I picked a straight line to where I need to go, and so far so good. There's little game trails everywhere. You can see the hooves. Little faint game trail. About 5:30 p.m. This is pretty good going, this terrain actually. So far so good. I guess we have around an hour maybe till we can camp for the night. It is badass. Look, ow. thorn underneath. Look at this. Is that a cow? A bull? Oh! How's a little hare running around? Cute. Love to see wildlife out here. It gives me a sense of company and a form of love, I guess. This is so cool to be out here alone like this. It's intimidating, but it's also thrilling at the same time, you know? Knowing that you have this whole area to yourself. There's no one around, and very unlikely I will see anybody else for the next few days. And there's very little information on this route. I don't think it's ever been documented on YouTube. I'm grateful to be doing it. Well, I managed to cross the floodplain and I made it to the glacial river. And this, I'd like to scout out a bit because this is the river that I'm gonna be paddling back down tomorrow, the next day. So this is a glacial river, and usually I think the volume is pumping a lot more, so that probably brings the classification down a bit in my favor, you know. This is nice though, look at this. On the edge of a forest. Great place to camp tonight here. Try to push on a bit more, but it's looking pretty good. You can see how this in higher flow is shenanigans of strainers and hazards. There's tree debris everywhere. This is so windy up here that everything gets shaken out and all trees are kind of constantly falling. Look at this guy over here onto the water. Pretty tough environment for trees, for sure. I like to camp here, but the water access is no good. Very high up here, and getting water is gonna be a pain in the ass, if not dangerous. So I think I'm gonna take my chances and leave the safety of the forest behind in search for a better camping spot. I might be a bit more open, but I think the wind forecast overnight is pretty good. 6 p.m. I want to set up camp in the next hour for sure. And starting to see some glimpses of some glaciers in the distance. Absolutely beautiful. Take a look, guys. Super beautiful to be here. What we're seeing there are the tips of the southern Patagonian ice field. Tremendous. Following the cows, the game trail. They know how to traverse this land for sure. Well, I think this is home for the night, guys. Beautiful flat grassy spot. Much better water access. This is nice. Perfect. Oh. Yes. Let's see. Oh yeah, that works nicely. Oh man, I'm tired now.
This is the moment where you put your Crocs on and you realize it was a good decision to carry them. Wet feet into Crocs, baby. Oh, they really are worth their weight in gold. Just feeling that water. Wow, this is freezing, man. Falling in this cold water is serious stuff, so it would be crazy to do this without a dry suit, to be honest. Let's get cooking because I'm hungry. I'm gonna have my favorite yellow curry chicken rice for the win. Generous with the water. I like my curry a little bit soupy. What I usually like to do is prepare my snack and lunch bag the day before. I put a couple of tortilla wraps and a packet of tuna and some mayonnaise. I can be ready to eat tomorrow quickly without faffing around and looking for my food. That really helps. Oh yeah, that's so good. Alright guys, here's a little overview of the adventure. I actually started a bit further upstream today, somewhere around there. Made it down the Serrano through the El Salto, the jump with the waterfalls. All the way down, this red bit is marked as the really windy bit. I had been warned about that. And then made it to the Tyndall River and started hiking up that across the floodplain onto the Geikie River. There I'm camped somewhere here maybe. I plan to hike all the way to here and then make it somehow. We're gonna see how we can make this last bit onto hopefully Geikie Lake, which is supposed to be filled with ice. Then I'm gonna come back down and then I gotta hike back through this land and hopefully I connect to this horse trail over here. Maybe I can camp around one of these lakes on my last night and then hike out the next morning. Alright guys, that's it for day one. Managed to cover about 15 kilometers, but those were pretty hard 15 kilometers. I want to start early tomorrow, beat the wind, and hopefully we make it to the lake. Good night and see you tomorrow. All right, very good morning, day two.
It's just before 9 a.m. I want to beat the wind today, as with every day, so better get going. I think I have about 7 to 10 kilometers to this lake, so it should take me a good few hours. So this is a little bit muddy here, a little swampy. Maybe I need to get higher up here. Animals seem to go this way. Try to avoid that tangle over there, you know. A good game trail here. So far so good. And try to avoid that swampy mess over there. Try to avoid the swamp, but gotta pass this. Oh boy. Oh boy. Get off me. Worth crossing here and into this. That was a good move. Away from that tangle and onto better ground. Forgot what these are called, but last year Sandra and I ran into these on a different Patagonia trip, and they are edible. Absolutely beautiful, covered in this very soft moss, but it's like walking on a huge sponge, and it really absorbs all your energy. Impressive glacier there in the distance. These cattle might look wild, but they're not. Not exactly. The estancias around this park span massive land, and their herds roam so freely they rarely see people. Some descend from cattle that escaped failed Spanish settlements in the 1700s, evolving into a cold-hardy criollo breed still found in remote Patagonia. So wild that the cowboys who hunt them, bagualeros, do it on horseback, no guns. The ones I'm looking at, probably owned. Somewhere. You know, the thought crosses my mind, if that herd all of a sudden decides to attack me, they could easily take me, right? Sometimes when I'm in bear country, I got bear spray, you're prepared. But like silly things like that, sure, what are the chances of a cow attacking you? Maybe super low. But people die of cow attacks all over the world, you know, it's not that unusual. So if this cow decides to get brave, I'm done, man. Wow, look how wooded this whole area is. Very different to the landscape so far. Dense trees. We just made it out to the Geiki River now. And good to give it a scout, as we're gonna be pack rafting this later. Looks good. I'm grateful for the lower water levels, bringing the intensity down as well a bit. This bit here is tough on the ankles, ankle breaker stuff, you know. Big boulders and covered in moss. Well guys, been going at this for almost 2 hours now without stopping. Time for a break, guys. Alright guys, I want to take a quick moment to thank the sponsor of this adventure, Poncho Outdoors. You've probably seen me wearing their shirts in a bunch of my trips already, so I'm genuinely stoked to be working with them again out here. I've been looking for a shirt that actually works in environments like this for years, and this is the first one I trust enough to bring somewhere like Patagonia. Right now, I'm completely alone, deep in Patagonia, wind, cold, water, sun exposure, long days moving, and this is exactly the kind of place where gear either proves itself or it doesn't. What stands out immediately is the material. Lightweight, breathable, and it dries fast. When you're constantly switching between paddling, hiking, setting up camp, that matters. It never feels heavy, never sticks to your skin, and it moves with you the whole time. But what I like most is how functional it is without feeling overly technical. I've been using the zip pockets to carry batteries and small gear while I move. Everything stays secure, accessible, and out of the way. Those little details matter when you're operating solo, and the fit is clean. It works here in the wild, but it's also something you could wear straight into town and still look put together. That's really the idea, one shirt that works everywhere. If you want to check them out, go to ponchooutdoors.com/eze and get $10 off your first order. Thanks to Poncho Outdoors for sponsoring this expedition. And now, let's keep moving. No. I think the animals are going up this way. Ow. Huh. Opens up there. Note to self, avoid that rock on the way back. So it was coming from the forest, but that's cliffing out, so clearly this is the way. Not sure how deep this bit is, but we're gonna find out real soon. Okay. Dodgy o'clock. Oh boy. Hard to find good footing here. Oh, don't get deeper than this. It's getting too deep here. I'll go up a bit more. Slow going at the moment. This really kills the speed. That's okay, slow and steady. No accidents now. Thing looks good over here. Man, every so often I hear huge like rumbling avalanche noises. I was hearing that noise from the tent last night as well. Imagine a huge calving of the ice just coming down onto the lake. Woo, that would be amazing. Back into the forest. Very grateful for these game trails. You don't know what to do, and then you look around, you think, what would the cow do? And right there is the trail, you know? Although sometimes you follow the game trail too much and then you get completely off route. Bad cow. Your GPS isn't working. Man, I really wouldn't want to be here when the wind is ripping. Everything seems like a hazard here. Fallen branches and debris everywhere. I think I saw a glimpse of the lake and it looks icy as heck. I think there's gonna be a lot of ice, guys. Holy macaroni. There's a lot of ice activity on that lake. I don't know if you can see, guys, but really high up here. I think the only way is through here. Not through that. I gotta go up there somehow and make it all the way down onto the other side. We're close, but we're far. Come on. Come on. Come on. You got this. Ooh. Brutal, man. Brutal landscape. We're deep, deep, deep into the expedition now, guys. If anything goes wrong now, it'll be big trouble. Helicopter can't get here. Slowly does it. Honestly, don't know where I'm gonna camp. This terrain looks brutal and I need to get down to the lake still. I don't know if this is the best way down, but seems the only way forward, so tangly mess. I'm in a big tangly mess here. Oh, get off. Holy manoli, guys. Wow. What the actual heck, man. Check this out. What a place to be. It is as beautiful as it is hostile, let me tell you. This is stunning, but I don't think we can camp here. There's nowhere to camp, so might have to re-strategize. Oh dear. Incredible. Lunch stop. So hungry. A little cloudy because it's sediment, but it's not gonna stop me. That tastes good. Really good. Yum. Pretty cold here actually. All the cold air is coming from the ice. Makes a big difference. So I think I'm gonna finish up lunch and get on the water, make it all the way down back to the Serrano River and find a nice sheltered spot for tonight, because it is scheduled to get windier.
My heart is beating like crazy right now. It's super intimidating. It's beautiful, but it's such an unknown landscape for me that, you know, you don't know what could happen, and I don't really want to find out, so I don't want to push my luck. Time for the river now. There's gonna be some rapids, and judging by the temperature of this water, I definitely don't want to go for a swim. All right, leaving the ice behind, and hello to the river. We're in it now, guys. No turning back. My heart is pumping. I know it's only a class 2, but the stakes are high here. Water temperature is freezing, and I'm alone. So really gotta pay attention. No silly stuff. I was hiking up that today. What took me about a day and a half to get here will probably take me an hour to come down at this speed. Any doubt about the water temperature? Jeez. Check out this piece of ice stuck in the river. That will be trouble. If I go into that, that will flip me. All right, I think dodgy corner coming. See, I didn't want to be river right here at all. Don't want to be near those rocks, and there's some recirculating water there. That will flip me right there, that stopper wave. That one. Yeah, boy! Yeah, boy! So I'm moving about 8 kilometers an hour with the flow alone. That's more than twice as fast the speed that I was walking at. So beautiful to be here. This is fun. Look at that over there. It's just work of art everywhere you look. Might get really windy here in this big expanse. Windy, pushing me to river right. Don't want to be there. I want to be more in the middle. Come on. Oh no, no, come on. Oh. Okay. So I'm going this way now. Oh. Oh no. This is gonna be hard work with the wind. Oh dear. I can't make any ground forward. The wind from the north is killing me right now. Generating so much heat just trying to paddle against the wind. Pushes me to the shallow too. It's stuck here. It's raining now too, to add to the stress. Wind is relentless, visibility is poor. Looking forward to camp, that's for sure. Looking for this bit of land where the contours aren't bad. I think that gives me a good chance to cross tomorrow. We gotta find camp first. Well, the wind chill is pretty cold right now. I'm getting super cold. I got a bushwhack about 1 or 2 kilometers that way. That doesn't look like fun. Gotta get out of the wind, it's too cold. I can't even break up the pack raft. Oh, that's so nice. My God. I'm so cold. Really looking forward to going in my sleeping bag, having a warm meal, looking for a way to bushwhack through this. It's about 1.5 kilometers. Looks tangled mess. I found an opening and what looks to be a game trail here. This looks promising. I just hope it goes where I need it to go. I'm looking forward to camp, man. I'm done. I'm done today. Oh, I got this hill to climb. Hopefully I can connect back to the river on the other side, or somewhere with a water source to camp for the night and just be done with this. Honestly, I have no clue where I am. I'm checking my map and it feels the right way, kind of pointing to the right direction. Well, the cows are definitely moving this way, that's for sure. Oh, the hell with it, the hell with it. Swamp, oh crap. I'm committed now. Oh God. I want to be back at the river. I'm hoping it's close by. Well guys, I don't know if I run into private land or I'm about to run into private land. 6:30, it's gonna be dark soon. I'm gonna pitch the tent somewhere, just call it a day and continue tomorrow. Well, camp set up. Got some cow poo action going on here. It's not the most scenic, but it feels like home right now and I can't wait to get into a sleeping bag. It's been a long day, guys. I'm absolutely exhausted. Like my brain isn't functioning right now. I'm just like shut down, you know? I feel like my body needs like 1,500 calories in this meal. I just can't eat that much right now. And for dessert, I'm gonna have some coconut milk with granola. I've made it from the powder here. Alright guys, I am absolutely done today. Covered about 28 kilometers, of which roughly half were by foot and half were by pack raft fighting severe wind. Time for some sleep, and tomorrow's a new day. See you then. Well, good morning guys, day 3 and absolutely awful conditions. I don't know if it's gonna be a forced rest day. Simple but pretty delicious actually. And looks like the wind is back, guys. So much for that window. Time to make a move. Wet sock, oh yeah. Super wet, lovely. Seems to be a little opening in the weather. This is it, this is my chance. Well, just about got camped, wrapped up, and ready to go. There's a lull in the wind. I need to take advantage. Got to inflate the raft to cross this little river here, and then I'll be on my way. I think I just need one of these blades. One of these should do, just to cross over there. I gotta work my way around here all the way. I should make it out in a day or two. Tell you what, guys, this place is desolate, man. I haven't seen a single soul in 3 days. I've been completely alone. It's kind of nice, but it also highlights how self-dependent you have to be in these sort of expeditions. Nobody coming out here to get you, you know? So if I can continue making progress along these flats, on the map it's probably twice as long as the distance that I had originally planned, but I think it's 3 times more efficient energy wise, so I think it's a good deal. Oh, looks like some animal had a nice feast here. It's really coming down now. Gonna be persistent rain. It was in the forecast, but I'll take rain over wind any day, I think. Beautiful around here. Would make a good camping spot, but gotta cover more ground. That's my footprint from 3 days ago when I decided to take this braid off the main channel because of the wind and then got stuck there. If I step next to it, you can compare. Look at that, perfect match. I haven't seen a single, not one human footprint in the whole trip, except my own, which I just saw back there. Getting narrow here. Not much to work with. Might have to bushwhack a bit inside this way. Alright. This is what I mean when you try to cut through land. You think you can go in a straight line, but you end up zigzagging like crazy. I'm pretty tired, guys. Accumulated fatigue is high right now. I'll try to push on 1 or 2 more hours and then set up camp earlier today and try to recover. Portaging this a few days ago, now going back the other way. What an incredible landscape. And it hasn't stopped raining the whole day. I'm drenched through. Whoopa! Almost.
There you go. Oh, that's a big boy. Look at this guy. Holy crap. That's massive. Oh boy. Holy crap. That guy's freaking humongous. Humongous. Well guys, just took a break to get the backpack off my shoulders. I've been carrying for over 3 hours without a break. I'm tired, but I've made very good progress. So much so that I'm considering making a push to get out tonight. I'm in reaching distance of the finish line now. And so I'm thinking, is it worth setting up camp to break it to then hike tomorrow, or do I make a push, get out, get home one day early to see the family? Hasn't stopped raining, completely drenched, but I'm now motivated by the thought of sleeping in a warm bed and having nice food. The reward is very tempting right now. Oh boy, what is happening here? How deep is this thing? Where's my trail gone? I'm so drenched by now. Nasty. Probably have about 5 to 7 kilometers from here, so it'll be a few hours still, but good to get out early. Alright guys, made it to this point, and the horse trail continues around in a big loop because it avoids the river here. But having the pack craft here is an advantage. Paddle across there. That will save me a good almost 2 kilometers of walking. And just like that, managed to shave 2 kilometers off the route. Would have had to go up all the way around. Now I have a really flat, super easy going home stretch. Well, almost there, but getting really cold now. Can't wait for a hot shower tonight though. Oh man, just the thought of that makes me so happy.
This is beautiful. Heck yeah. That's so nice. So nice to have a fire right now. Maybe that's why I go, to remember the small things and cherish what we have, you know? Warmth, a bed, a shower. Alright guys, what an adventure that was. I have turned this room into a drying room. Everything is drying nicely. Today managed to cover 12 kilometers, so all in all it was 55 kilometers in just 3 days and 2 nights. Super happy that I made it to Geikie Lake, and even more happy that I made it out safely. Tomorrow I'm flying onwards to see the family. Thanks for watching as always, and see you in the next one. Over and out.